44, Chris Monroe. Put your hands together for the starting five. Number 5, Matthew Fulk. Number 14, Ron Lucas. Number 20, Riley Thompson.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Waverley Basketball Stadium for this, the final game on Sunday, the 17th of April. With the news that the Victorian Youth Championship boys team, the Waverley team, went down to Diamond Valley in about a 20-point loss, but the state championship women's game has been a Falcons victory over Whittlesea, as Ivan Platnik gets the 2 points there. And down the other end for Whittlesea, Riley Johnson kicks up 2, and the foul is on Chris Arkell. So Waverley 4, Whittlesea 2. We've had a minute's action so far in the game. Sadell threat across to Kernish-Drew. Hodgson. Great work there from Hodgson. Good defense there from Arkell. And the Whittlesea import, Ron Lucas, unable to get down the court past the defense. Platnik not quick enough at the other end for the Falcons. So here comes Matthew Falk. Two-point attempt over the top, no good. Hodgson with the rebounds. Tadell threat coming down the floor. Marshals the troops. He gets it across to Arkell. Arkell looks at the shot and he's fouled on a three-point attempt, which was successful. 4-point play coming up if Arkell can nail this. So Arkell looking to make the conversion. Doesn't get there. Platnik tips it back and Hodgson puts it through. 9-2. Now this is exactly what we saw in the women's game. Falcons coming out really hard and strong. Whittlesea, however, managing to get back. And somehow Chris Arkell, juggling that ball there, has managed to put it through for 2 points. So the girls came out really hard in the first quarter, got to a handy lead, only to have Whittlesea peg it back as the game progressed. They were still able to be on top of them at the final break, but Whittlesea came back and made it a competitive game. I expect the same sort of thing to happen here in this particular outing. So Whittlesea with the ball. It's now with Falk. Cross to Carver. And Garforth. And now the foul on the shot from Ron Lucas. So Siddell Threat picks up his first, and it's going to be a 3-point, 3 shots from the foul line. So Ross Mole, the coach, barking instructions. He trying to get the ref to do something as well. As Lucas gets his first. Only one to go. Makes only that one. As Hodgson picks up a rebound. Ball's back to Siddell Threat. Threat kicks it across. And Chris Arkell, another 2 points. So Kel has picked up a foul, and this time it's Chris Carver at the line. Dexter Kunishroo, he's got 3. And the Falcons continue to march on here in their first quarter. 6 minutes to go, and it's already a 15-point lead. Matt Bongetti can't get it to drop. The rebound, though, in the hands of Bongetti, who puts it back. And Platnick is fouled. Upset with himself that he didn't score. So again, what have we got here? A foul. Now the Falcons have committed 5 fouls, so Whittlesea goes down the floor and Chris Carver goes to the line. So Whittlesea has a chance here with the Falcon, with so much time to go, and the Falcons already committed 5 fouls, have the chance to whittle, excuse the pun, whittle the lead back free throw by free throw. Threat. Matt Bongetti. Now Whittlesea kicking the ball through hands. And the basket. That was Riley Johnson. Riley working hard on Matt Hodgson. Platnick into the basket, and he's been fouled. Third team foul for the Pacers. Sadal Threat chatting to Hodgson, just refocusing him. Ivan rolls that first one in, and only just. Misses the second though. And this time it's called an offensive foul against Matthew Falk. And it's a timeout, this time to the Falcons. And we'll also take a very brief timeout. So again, welcome back here to the Falcons' Nest. Sadal Threat with the ball. Gets across to Arkell, back to Threat. Matt Hodgson, fouled going to it. Now that's put both teams into the bonus. So we have a double bonus now. This could be a very, very long quarter. Every time there's a foul, somebody will go to the free throw line. Hodgson misses that. Again, we were mentioning in the previous game that one of the things that you expect from your marquee players and your imports is that they are very good from the free throw line. Hopefully good from other parts of the court as well, but they need to be good at the free throw line. The crowd has built here at the Falcons' Nest, and hopefully we've got good crowd online as well. We hope that if you're from Whittlesea, that if you haven't made it to the game, that you're enjoying it online. As Dexter Kernish-Drew looks for three and nails it. And then also, if you're from the States, we know that there are a few people watching the imports and other people. Other players, if you're from the States, welcome. Let us know on the Facebook page or later on the YouTube page that you saw the game. And hopefully you've enjoyed the coverage. So the ball coming in by Dexter Kernish-Drew. Gets it back out to Threat. Now Kernish-Drew, three-point attempt, in and out. Chris Petruccio can't find Matt Bongetti. Threat. Finds Platnick. Platnick's short. Chris Arkell inside. Great little move there from Sadal Threat, who gets the ball somehow to Platnick. And great work there. It's too late. Yeah. So is this the effort that Justin Nelson of BigV TV asked to see from the Falcons today? It certainly wasn't last night as they went down to Hume in the last 3 minutes of the game. Good ball movement from the Pacers as Kernish-Drew gets up and gets the rebound. Now a threat, and it's been off Ron Lucas's head. It looks like he got it in the face there. Little run through the leading scorers just for this first quarter. Already Kernish-Drew with 11 points. Chris Arkell with 8, Platnick with 6 and Hodgson with 3. Carber for Whittlesea on 7, Johnson with 4, Bongetti with 2 and Lucas with 1. As Platnick finds a way to the basket. Takes him up to 8 points. Plays 14. Great block there from Kernish-Drew. And a 3-point from Bongetti over the top of his ex-teammate Chris Arkell. In your face, Chris, he says. Chris should know that Matt is great from outside, so friendly rivalry between those two players. They've played with each other for a number of years. Well, that's the way to come back, says Chris Carber. 30-19. And intercepted pass sees Ron Lucas finding his way to the basket over the top of Matt Nielsen. All of a sudden, it's back to an 9-point game. Sadal Threat says, let's do something about it. And we'll be able to check out that no charge call. Mike Bullock talking to the ref about it. Be able to check that out on the video later on. Platnick with the rebound. Gets across to Arkell. He's got Nielsen on the outside. Ignores that. Gets it across to Kernish-Drew. Into Platnick. Platnick will turn. And a big rejection from Chris Carber. Good read there. He saw Platnick was going to turn and do a little fadeaway jumper. Great pass, assist to Matt Nielsen, and Nielsen's little reverse layup scores. Paul McCoy on the floor for his first minutes of this game, and immediately the Falcons have lifted the tempo. So there's another foul, put Sadal at the line. And finished off by Matt Hodgson. That sees Waverley. Oh no. Go to the break. 38-21. Talking about that, we'll take a quick break as well, and we'll be back with you in a minute and a half. So here we are, back again. Second quarter action. Falcons up 38-20. Make that 40-21. Paul McCoy. This is a game where McCoy can really stamp his authority on it. Kernish finds Hodgson. Oh, almost finds Hodgson. But McCoy nearly. Oh, and there's the charge. Big charge as the shoulder goes into the centre of Adrian Campbell's chest. That one would have hurt. So somebody needs to introduce that man to Australian rules football, I think. Campbell into Nielsen. Nielsen back out to McCoy. McCoy, little floater, scores. So McCoy is starting to rack up the stats. Campbell defending. A great basket there from Ron Lucas over the top of Dexter Kernish-Drew. Was Dexter, ex-Falcons junior, spent time with Washington State in the Div 1 competition over in the US, completed his 4 years there, and this last season was a development player with the Wildcats over in Perth. Basket has gone out off Chris Petroio. So Falcons ball. Matt Bongetti taking a break. And Dexter Kernish-Drew replaced by Nielsen. No, sorry, Chris Arkell. Hodgson. Put back by Arkell. Could have almost been goaltending there on Chris Carber as well. Nice skills there from Carber. Gets it back to his fellow American in Ron Lucas. Nothing but net. Nielsen back to Campbell. Campbell's three-point attempt. Short. Carver with the rebound. Running quickly. He'll take this much smaller player on and he succeeds. Here's Campbell again. Looking for options. Gets it back to Nielsen. Nielsen in and out. Hodgson, the big man, makes the rebound, gets it out to Paul McCoy. And the basket there from Chris Arkell, 3 points. So Arkell now with we've lost our stats. Try and get them back for you. There we go. So Chris Arkell now with 10 points. And so the refs have had enough of the chat from both coaches and players. They've laid out the warning. Nielsen kicks the ball out to Arkell. Arkell back, can't get it to McCoy. Bit sloppy there from the Falcons. Nielsen having a break. Siddell Threat back on with 6 minutes to go in this quarter. Platnick with the rebound. A big block to Chris Carver. That's his second. Ivan will have to adjust to that. And Carver puts it over the top of Ivan. So Platnick getting schooled at both ends. Not something that he's used to. And out of that, the Pacers win possession, and the foul has been called against Paul McCoy. Timeout and a tech. So there's a tech on the Falcons bench, which I don't think anybody is aware of. So we'll see Whittlesea come out to shoot one and then possession. Now, the interesting thing was that I think they would call that they called that as a shooting foul as well. So it may be that they will get 3 shots in entirety. If that happens, it'll bring the the game a little bit closer. And we'll see whether that goes on, because the foul hasn't gone up on the scoreboard. The ref definitely signalled a tech. No, they're not done it. I don't know what's going on here. Good basket there from number 32, Lincoln Garforth. And that's an offensive foul on Ivan Platnick.
Brings up his first personal. Second team foul.
So things going a little bit ragged there for the Falcons, as another three, this time from Brendan Hughes, sees the score come back to 11 points. Adrian Campbell, sorry. Brent's his brother. And the ball's gone out of bounds off Hughes. So Ron Lucas in a little bit of trouble. He's grabbing his hamstring over on the sidelines, which you can see in the shot there. They've been doing some stretching for him. Hope he's going to be all right. He has been quite productive for the Pacers. Carver now has taken over the lead as the highest point scorer in the game with 14 points. Lucas with 10. For the Falcons then, Waverley. For the Falcons, it's Chris Arkell on 13 and Kernich Drew for 11. And there's another two to Carver. Nine-point game. And Carver's got the ball again. He won't go all the way himself. He passed it off. And his teammate in Matthew Falk puts it through. And we're back now. 7 points. 7 points. We'll be back after this timeout. So leading rebounders for this in the first half, Matt Hodgson with 5, Chris Carver with 5. So both teams fairly even there. In terms of assists, a whopping 9 assists for Sadal Threat and 2 to Petroro. In terms of blocks, 1 for Arkell and 2 massive blocks for Carver. Falcons moving it through hands. Chris Arkell for 3, doesn't go. Hodgson can't hang on to the ball. It's and there's another three. I think they've called it a three. I think that was Damien O'Keefe. This game is on. 5 points. And now an offensive foul. This time looks to be on Hodgson. So that was a three. So 4-point game. Now a 2-point game. So Whittlesea has managed to silence the Falcons crowd. Hodgson has been fouled on that shot attempt. Hodgson almost makes his first. And the second. So I think he's operating at 50% from the foul line. And he comes off and has a break. Chris Carver now will be guarded by Chris Arkell. And there it is. It's all tied up, almost all tied up. 49-50. So yes, Hodgson operating at 50% from the foul line. As O'Keefe gets it back to Garforth. Now Falk. And the ball has gone out of bounds off the Falcons player and Ivan Platnick. So 11 seconds to go on the shot clock. So I need... And now the foul on Platnick. His third, which is an issue. Platnick with the rebound, gets across to Kernich Drew. He did not want a foul at that point in time. Hodgson getting ready to come on to try and protect Platnick from any other fouls. Kernich Drew doesn't go. Now with Garforth. Gets it down into Jim Piccolo. And now a threat. Very quickly to Kernich Drew, and the bucket doesn't go, but the foul does. So Garforth picks up another foul. That's the fourth foul for the team. It's, I think, only his first. So Matt Hodgson on for Platnick, and Matt Scammell on for Sedale Threat. Makes it And again. So the Falcons will not be pleased going into half-time that they have let this game slip away. And Scammell has fouled, and that is the worst thing that they could do, because that is now the Falcons sending the Pacers to the line. Matthew Falk gets his first. Arkell across to Campbell. Back to Arkell. Shot doesn't go. Kernish Drew with a Hail Mary. That also doesn't go. So Falcons have a slender 2-point lead as we head into the half. We'll be back in the not too distant future.
So Chris Arkell, Waverley Falcons, state champ men.
Talia Higgs, Waverley, state champ women.
Paul McCoy, Waverley Falcons, state champions.
Tom Boyle, Waverley Falcons, state champ men.
Ivan Platonik, Waverley Falcons, senior champ men.
Waverley, Tegan Cunningham, women's champ.
George Delagianis, Waverley Falcons.
Katie Blueser, Waverley Falcons, state champ.
Ilya Polianis, state champ, women's coach of Waverley.
Mike Bullock, championship men coach, star.
No singing ones.
Oh, I'd have to say Chris Arkell and myself when we get together.
Oh, that's a tough one. I would have to say Chris Arkell. He's definitely got some great moves.
Ringwood.
I think Ringwood and us have a bit of a rivalry, so I would say Ringwood.
Can't go wrong with Ringwood. Ringwood for sure.
Tegan Cunningham.
I'd say Tegan.
I would have to say Ivan Platnik.
I would say Sedell, but it's probably myself.
Let's say it would be Sammy.
Shelby or Elise.
My go-to party trick is to grab a drink and sit down.
Shots.
Party trick. The turn and chuck.
Tom.
I'm going to have to say Tommy Boyle.
Elise?
Well, actually, it's not a player. It's Ilya Polianis, our coach in the women's.
Ilya? Can I count him in?
Katie.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Falcons' Nest. Well, it's been an engaging contest along the way there. You can see that we've got a very tight contest there, 52 to 50 along the way. And Falcons got out to a great start, but then all of a sudden, then during the second part of that quarter, led by Chris Carver, Whittlesea has worked their way back into this game. Absolutely worked their way back in the game. So, Falcons shooting at a poor 46%. Normally they expect to be up over the 50 to 60% mark. Whittlesea, on the other hand, 54. And you can see there that the stats go very similar all the way through the different percentages. So, Falcons 3-point attempts only 7 out of 15 to Whittlesea's 6 of 12. They're shooting at 50% from the free throw line to Whittlesea's 60% along the way. They are winning the rebound count, but that may change the way Chris Carver has been working. Big lead in the assists, and that's from Sadal Threat. When we last looked, he had a whopping 9 assists. Make that 10. Make that 10. Turnover counts and foul counts very similar. Points in the paint, 20 each, and second chance points in the Falcons' favour, but only just. So these refs finding this a challenging game, I believe. They've chatted to coaches at both ends and had a chat to a number of players as Chris Arkell almost nails it. Hodgson with the rebound. Knocked out of his hands by Carver from behind. Platnick. Shot doesn't go. Hodgson with the rebound. He doesn't get it to go. It's come off Platnick's hands. Whittlesea ball. So, Johnson. Back into Chris Carver. Chris Carver overshoots and Kernish Drew is off to the races. He's going to go all the way down and score. Coast to coast. Can the Falcons find the form of the first quarter and come back out? First quarter was 38 to 21. 38 to 21, Falcons way. Second quarter, definitely a Whittlesea win, 29 to 14. And the jury is out as Ron Lucas scores 3. The jury is out in this quarter so far. So Platnick scores 2 on an assist from Kernish Drew. Carbo, the big man acting as point guard. Lucas can't get to the basket, but he gets his own rebound and tips it back in. Here's Threat across to Kernish Drew. 3-point attempt is good. All right, I think the hand signals from the ref are if you keep on talking, I am going to tech you. So he's actually signalled a tech twice. And now behind play, there's a foul. This time it's on Kernish-Drew. And now we have bit of a chat behind with the other ref and a couple of players behind play. Garforth is fouled on the way through, and this is going to be on Chris Arkell. That's his third. Chris quite quizzical about that. Garforth pulls up, doesn't go. Threat with the rebound. Across to Hodgson. Hodgson gets it. Peeling for the push. It was there. I thought it was there anyway. Falcons out to a 9-point lead. They just need to keep this pressure on without losing composure. Ball doesn't go. Platnick with the rebound gets it to Kernish-Drew. Kernish-Drew's got Paul McCoy on the outside. Instead he goes himself, and Ron Lucas has been called for the foul. 2 fouls each. And a turnover to the Falcons. And Platnick somehow finds a way to the basket there. And the steal from Threat. Gets it to Platnick. Rolls it in for 2. Now this is what we expected from the Falcons, not that second quarter stuff, as Hodgson gets a block. We just expected that to come from great block. Nice work from our TD on the replay. However, that defense was a little bit porous. Ball's back to Platnick. Over to the Threat. Now McCoy. McCoy pops over the top. In and out. Just would not drop for him. And that's a walk. And Ron Lucas is the beneficiary of that non-call there from the ref. So Garforth picks up his second. Now Threat into McCoy. Looking for Hodgson, but doesn't get it past the defense of the Pacers. Garforth straight down split line. Straight down split line. scores. So back here live. Chris Carver tries to get it to Lucas, who can't score. Neither can his teammate. It's in the hands of Thread. He gets it to Platnick. And there's another block from Chris Carver. This is the block show. Look at that. Fantastic judgment there from Carver. Platnick out to Threat. Threat's three-point attempt is good. So Falcons perhaps not having the easiest time of it, but staying ahead. Now Whittlesea would perhaps fancy their chances here, considering that last night Falcons led quite comfortably through the game against Hume, only to have Hume come through home in the final minutes of the game and steamroller them by about 8 or 9 points. Kernish Drew shot doesn't go. Rebounded there by Brendan Hughes. We're back with Petroro. Gets it to Carver. Carver looks around, finds Garforth. And inside, almost to go there. Back now with Threat. Off the rebound from Nielsen. Through hands, Nielsen's three-point attempt. In and out. Again, another rebound to Carver. It's his 8th. So he's on his way to a double-double, as is Platnick. Platnick, however, only has been held to 12 points. Paul McCoy with the intercept, gets it to Threat, and a very simple basket. So a double-double for Threat. Unusual double-double though, because it's assists and scores. Normally the double-double is rebounds and scores. He, however, has 4 rebounds, so again has the chance on a triple-double. With 12 minutes to go in this game, roughly. And, well, the less we say about that last little passage, the better. Matt Bongetti back onto the court there for Whittlesea. Nielsen with the steal. It's across to McCoy. McCoy finger rolls in. Falcons look good when they run that ball in transition. And again, another intercept from McCoy. He gets it across to Kernish Drew, and he's fouled. That'll be Brennan Hughes. Now, I think that's his fourth. No, it's on his second. I should have a closer look at the stat sheet rather than relying on memory. Kernish Drew at the line. Makes the first. And the second. So Falcons just do enough to edge that lead out to a 14-point lead. Clock winding down the final seconds of this quarter. Garforth across to his teammate in Petroro, who gets the three. And Paul McCoy, another two. Takes him up to 8 points. Last few seconds of this quarter. And that will be it. Final play here. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in just under a minute or so. So here we are back again at the Falcons' Nest for the final quarter. Falcons up 79-66. Interesting. So something has happened. Well, there you go. I've just been informed that a technical was called against Whittlesea at the end of the quarter. So I missed that completely. But it hadn't cost them anything other than a foul in the third quarter. Campbell to Nielsen. He's got Hodgson inside. Decides to go back to Campbell. Campbell's three-point attempt is good. Nielsen almost with the rebound. It's come off Scammell. So, Whittlesea ball. Mike Bullock going with a much smaller lineup with Scammell, McCoy and Campbell. Really the only big is Hodgson, who's almost on the end of that little alley-oop pass there from McCoy. Chris Carver got the hands in there. He's been a good pickup for Whittlesea. Ball out to Scammell. Scammell's shot doesn't go, but Hodgson with the rebound. His rebound doesn't go. Matt Bongetti with the eventual gather for Whittlesea. So, Paul McCoy going to the line.
That brings up his fourth personal foul. First team for the quarter.
So, Kernishrue getting ready to come back on for the Falcons. Chris Carver sitting down. McCoy gets this first. And the second. Nielsen sits down as Kernishrue comes on. Bongetti on Arkell. Here's Garforth. Finds his teammate under the basket. That was Hughes. Nice move there from Whittlesea. Falcons are giving too much through the centre of the court as Kernishrue can't get it to go, but finally he does. A little bit of assistance there from Hodgson. And Kernishrue and Lucas having a chat on the way down the court. Bongetti with three. So Hughes misses that. 83-71, make that 72. 11-point game. Again, the Falcons just doing enough to hang in there. They're not being able to bury Whittlesea. McCoy pulls up, jumper, rolls it in. Gets a lot of elevation, does McCoy. Garforth can't get it to go. Arkell gets the rebound over the top of his teammate McCoy. Now he hands it back to him. McCoy drives, floats it. It's come over the top of a lunging Platnick. And Garforth brings it back to Lucas. Lucas drives, and this time he's been fouled by Kernish-Drew. So got the better of Kernish-Drew in that little transaction. There are mind games going on between those two players. As Carver comes back into the court. Now he's guarded by McCoy, who just did enough to have that shot miss the ring. Ball's into Arkell. He's backing up his players, finds Platnick. Platnick's shot rims out. Bongetti now. He's got Carver on the outside. He posts up against Platnick, and now it's an offensive foul, and that'll be his fifth. Coach Ross Moll not particularly happy. Carver's not happy either. Sorry, that's his third, not his fifth. So McCoy over to Kernish-Drew. Kernish-Drew in and out. Arkell makes it. And a arm across his face for his troubles. Kaba at the other end, 3 points. So he has been fantastic. Really enjoyed watching his game. As Platnick overthrows the ball and trying to get it to McCoy. Bongetti brings it back in, gets it to Petroro. Now Carver is Bongetti. This time, and the ball's come off Siddell Threat's legs, so it's a reset. Kernish-Drew, very aware of Bongetti's ability to hit the outside three, had the hands up in his face above the ball, so stopped that opportunity. There's a little bit of feeling in this game. So now Threat being called for the foul. That's his fourth. Well, that was called a shooting foul. Hughes misses the first. Gets the second, though. Gets the second. So just over 4.5 minutes to go. Falcons still hold that 11-point lead as Arkell looks to score. Ball came off the front of the ring into the hands, waiting hands of Hughes, who now has it, kicks it out to Carver. Carver looks for options, gets it back to Hughes. Hughes' three-point attempt is nothing but nets. Nice ball movement there from the Pacers. Hughes pumped. They're back in a zone. Ball coming off Lucas's arm. He was trying very hard to get it called Pacers' way, but the ref has nothing to do with that. Dexter Kernish-Drew, 3 points, in and out and behind play. The ref has called a foul on Hodgson. It's a push. And Hodgson is out of the game. So back into the game. And this time the foul probably on Arkell there. No, it's on Nielsen. Okay. There were three players around Lucas. Sorry, around Carver. Two of those could have picked up that foul. Carver makes the first. It's back to a 7-point game. Is this a foretaste of what happened last night? 6-point game. This is 3 minutes to go, 3.5 minutes to go. Falcons needing to put some points on the board. And that's not how they're going to do it. In and out, but a good rebound there by Petoro. Sees the ball back with Carver. Rebound by Threat, and he's been fouled. Threat into Platnick. Platnick will pull it up. Drops it in. They needed that. Back to a 8-point game. Bonjetti again playing with his ex-teammate, playing on his ex-teammate Chris Arkell. Shot short this time. Platnick gets it across the Threat. Threat weaves his way through traffic, gets it out to Kernish-Drew. Kernish-Drew under the basket, scores. And a timeout to the Pacers. And we'll also have a quick timeout here. Just on 2 minutes to go here. Carver with the ball. Works on Platnick this time. Doesn't make a count. And there's... This time it's a foul against the Pacers. Garforth. I think that's his third. I know I've been getting a lot of these foul counts wrong today, so anything could be happening today. But we certainly know that Matty Hodgson is on the bench with 5. And Threat can't hold on to this as Lucas goes down the other end. Dexter Kernish-Drew with a big block. And now there's Dexter and there's a tech. Kernish. So Kernish-Drew needs to learn from that. He did enough by getting the block, and now what he's done is put Chris Carver at the line, and he's made the one. And now it's a possession to the Pacers. So for those of you that haven't caught up with the changes from FIBA, they've been in for a while. It's only 1 shot now on the technical foul. 2 on an unsportsmanlike, which is what we saw in the girls' game. And, of course, a normal 2 if you are fouled in the act of shooting. And there was a push behind play. Again, no call. Yeah, we've seen that a few times. Enough said. And the foul on Platnick as he goes to the basket and scores. And that's Garforth again. So Garforth still alive. Only 3 fouls. Gets that rebound. Platnick unable to convert. Hands off to Lucas. Lucas drives and scores. Kernish-Drew across the threat. Off foot, so it's a reset down to 14 seconds. It's also one of the changes too, is that the clock doesn't reset to 24 seconds, it resets to 14 if it's in the front court. Nielsen can't get it shot off in time. Pacers ball. And now we have a foul. This time both teams in the bonus, so Threat will go to the line. Makes that back to a 10-point game. Make that 11. Timeout to the Pacers. There's roughly 32 seconds to go. That's 2 possessions in the normal course of affairs, but of course we know that the players at this level can get the ball down the court inside of 4 seconds, baseline to basket. So we could see a number of different options coming up here from the coaches. Pacers will advance the ball down by having this timeout, so they'll get the ball down in the throw-in line, which is opposite the coaches' benches. And we're almost ready to restart. Matt Scammell has replaced Threat on the court. So for the Falcons, this last stanza, we have Scammell, Nielsen, Platnick, Kernish-Drew, and Arkell. And for the Pacers, Bongetti, Lucas, Carbar, Garforth, and Hughes. Hughes takes the shot, doesn't go, rebounded by Nielsen. Poor pass from him as he fell backwards out of court. And 3 points in the corner from Matt Bongetti. Garforth fouls. So we walk all the way down the other end of the court. Kernish-Drew looking to add to his 22 points. Ivan Platnick needs 1 rebound in the next 20-ish seconds. To get a double-double. Kernish-Drew can't do anything with that. Carbar says, I'm going to go end to end. And now Arkell has fouled him. So Carbar will go to the line. The way he's been shooting, it's probably not the person to foul. Fourth foul for Chris Arkell. Chris Carbar makes that. 23 points for him. 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 block shots, and 4 fouls. And that's the game. No, that's a foul. Did not hear the refs call that at all. So Arkell this time at the line. Arkell with 18 points. Make that 19. Slap on the back from Dexter saying, hey, I'm glad you did that. I couldn't. And Chris nails it. So he's up to 20 points for the game. 4 rebounds and 1 assist. As Matt Bongetti gets it again, Arkell holds it, and that'll be the game. So Falcons get 2 wins for the weekend. They were hoping to get a few more than that, but that's what they've come away with. We'll be back next week on Sunday. Single game only this time to make up for the big 4 games this weekend. And it'll be the 24th of April at 2 o'clock. State Championship Women, Waverley versus Bulleen. We'll leave you with that and see you next weekend.